All right, we're back. Sniper Sports, NFL free agency part two. We just went over some of the moves that we liked and players that we liked on their new teams, or even ones that were re-signed to their original team. Now, me and Steve are going to give you, some players that got contracts, and we're both looking at each other like, what the heck is going on there?
Definitely.
Go ahead, Steven. I'm gonna start with you, bro. What you like? Well, what didn't you like, rather, in some of the moves?
You know, I know you talked about this as a move you liked. For me, it was just a head scratcher. It was Josh Jacobs to Green Bay. Everything you said about it, I agree. Like, I'm not saying that it was a bad pickup in any sense, or the money that he's getting is bad. I just felt that with a young team that you have there in Green Bay, especially with the receivers and Jordan Love, having that type of veteran on offense with Jones was just something very valuable that you can't really get from someone like Josh Jacobs. I think he's one of the boys. I think he's just, still a young player in himself. And I think, with Andrew Jones, you probably could have got him at a cheaper rate and kind of the same production in a sense. But, it is what it is. It was just a head scratcher for me for that one. I think my other two has been with Tennessee. They've been just throwing out money. My last two is those two for Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Really, what it was, like 4 year, $92 million or something.
4 years, $92 million. I think 45 guaranteed.
Something ridiculous like that.
Good for you, Ridley, but man.
Exactly. I'm not hating on him getting this money. It's just,
I know what you mean, Steven. I don't see how that's going to equate to more wins.
He didn't do anything last year, but yet he got all that money. And then Tony Pollard, I think, people had high expectations for him in Dallas. He had a pretty decent offensive line, I thought, over there. And then now you're going to go to Tennessee, and they paid him all that money. It was just
what's going to change there?
It's just head scratchers for me, Joey, to where, like, you're paying this guy so much money when the year before he really didn't have all that productivity. And it's just a head scratcher, especially in Tennessee, where they're like, okay, I think you should have focused more on defense, but you have an offensive coordinator coach now. So that's what they're focusing on, is quarterback. So, it's pretty short. It's just a little head scratchers for me. What were you guys thinking about with these players and picking them up?
Yes, I got a few brain busters myself, bro. Let me go over them. First, I want to start with the Cleveland Browns. Quarterback heavy. They currently have 4 quarterbacks on the roster. The starting quarterback, Deshaun Watson, even though he's hurt coming off the shoulder injury, he will be back this year. A few weeks ago, they signed Jameis Winston, solid backup. Mm-hmm. They don't forget now they have the rookie from last year, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, so he's on the roster. And just a day or two ago, they picked up, I hope I'm saying his name right, Tyler Huntley from the Baltimore Ravens. 4 quarterbacks, Steven. And all those quarterbacks I mentioned, I would say that they're either a starter or a second string. None of those guys are going to be a third-string quarterback. They shouldn't. I would be asking for a trade if I was any of those guys if I'm sitting at third string. So that's a head-scratcher for me. I don't know what Cleveland's doing, being so quarterback-heavy.
I think they're looking at this past year when they went through 3 or 4 quarterbacks and had to get Flacco and stuff. So I really don't think all of them are going to be on the roster come the start of the season, to be very honest with you.
Could be trade bait possible?
I think so. I think you have trade bait, and during the year, like, this may look promising to where they can trade Jameis Winston or some of these other quarterbacks to where, like, hey, this quarterback got hurt. Let's throw him in there. Let's throw him. Hey, we can make this trade, pick up a receiver, a defensive player, or whatever they may need. So it's a head scratcher, but I think maybe just from last year they'll learn, like, hey, we need these quarterbacks again.
Yeah, you could be right, Steven. But hey, what do we know? We're just doing a podcast here, close to the beach. Anyways, another head scratcher, a team that really didn't do much. Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys. After getting embarrassed in their playoff game, their only playoff game last year at home, beat by the Green Bay Packers, they didn't do anything, Steven. What? Not to mention their young linebacker, Van Der Esch, just had to retire due to injury. Gotcha. 28 years old.
Gotcha.
So on top of that, it just boggles me that they didn't make really any moves.
Gotcha.
Not sure what you're doing there, Jerry Jones. You always like to jump in front of the camera and talk about the team. Now's one time I'd actually like to hear you say something, because I have no idea. Well, if I'm a Cowboy fan, what are we doing here, people? Everybody got better. The Commanders in our division got much better. We didn't even mention that. Philly re-signed everybody and got Saquon Barkley. Hello. I mean, what are we doing? So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know what to expect there. But my last one, Steven, the biggest head scratcher, bar none. I mean, this one takes the cake. No, there's not even a close second. It is the Minnesota Vikings giving Sam Darnold, yes, you heard me right, Sam Darnold, a 1 year, $10 million 1 year, $10 million for Sam Darnold.
They've made worse mistakes before.
Sorry. Yeah. So, hey, Minnesota, next time you're just throwing away money, let me know because I'll come by and pick it up. 'Cause that's what you just did with Sam Darnold.
Well,
That's all I got.
I mean, the Broncos are paying $38 million for Russell Wilson to play on the Steelers.
Yeah, okay. You got a little point there, but Russ, I think the Steelers really fit his scheme, Run the ball, play action, solid defense, Patrick
Gotcha.
Queen at linebacker.
But the Broncos are paying him $38 million to go play for the Steelers.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you right there, Steven. Yes, the Broncos are idiot. Well, you already know what I think about Sean Payton. I think the
traded away-
Broncos got rid of the wrong person. They should have got rid of Sean Payton.
And they got rid of Jerry Jeudy, too.
Yeah, he's in Cleveland now, isn't he?
He is in Cleveland.
Right. But it's funny you brought up the Steelers. I think that's going to be very interesting. We all know they got Justin Fields for basically a bag of chips, right? A 6th-round pick.
They both got both quarterbacks for like less than what they're playing Sam Darnold in Minnesota.
Yeah. And, Mike Tomlin can go 500 with me and Steven at quarterback. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. He's such a productive coach. Mm-hmm. I'm just interested to see what the Steelers are going to do because I really think Russ fits that scheme. And Justin Fields, we said it last week on our show. I think Chicago moved off him too quickly. As soon as they got weapons, they let him go. I get it. Caleb Williams is sitting there, waiting on deck. But I've seen Justin Fields make some plays that I only see a few quarterbacks make when the play breaks down. So, my opinion, they moved off of him a little too quick. But we'll see what happens.
I agree. Well, I mean, I think that's.
Yeah, that's our free agents.
I think we could have gone a little bit longer in that list, but yeah.
Right. Those are the main ones, though. I'm sure there's some other ones out there, but hey.
That's the ones we.
Yeah.
Just off the top of our heads, where we're like,
But hey, you guys let us know what you think. Who were you surprised that got signed or got too much money or maybe didn't get picked up, and who did you like? Please leave your comments. We'll get back to you.
Definitely.
Love to hear your opinion.
Definitely. Until next time.
All right. Well.